apples, please. So, do you like fruits, my dear students? Yes, I also like fruits. So, let's begin today's session. I will begin with the section 1 of some apples, please, and in our next video, I will continue with section 2. So, let's see what we have. At first, we have a crossword puzzle which we have to solve with the names of the different kinds of fruit, and the description about the fruit is given beside it. So, let's look at the first one. The fruit has a prickly outer covering with yellow fruit inside. Prickly outer covering and yellow fruit. It begins with P. It can be pineapple. Very good. So in this way, you will have to solve these equations. You will have to solve these questions so that you can go further. Now let's look at the another one. Here is an unscramble of the words. So the first one is Gonma. So it would be mango. In that way, you will have to solve this unscrambling part. Now students, let's continue with our text. There is an old saying, where there is a will, there is a way. So if you really want something and work hard for it, you will definitely get it. Read this retelling of an English folk tale to see how a woman gets what she wants by being kind and helpful. So this happened to be a very long time ago in England. There was a little old woman who lived in a little cottage in a village. One day, she wanted to eat an apple pie. So, this is the story of England and about an old woman, little old woman, who wanted to eat an apple pie. The more she thought about it, the more she wanted to eat an apple pie made of juicy red apples. But she had no apples. She had a pear tree full of ripe yellow pears and a plum tree full of juicy red plum. But how can she make an apple pie with pears or plums? And the old woman longed for an apple pie. So the old woman was really wanted to eat the apple pie. But she only had with her pears and plums. I know what to do. I will take some of my plums to the market and get apples in exchange for them, she said to herself. So she set off with the plums in a basket on her arm. As she walked along the road, she heard a lot of cackling and quackling. She peeped over the hedge and saw a young woman trying to herd a flock of hens, ducks, and geese. The young woman looked up. "Hello," she said. "Aren't these birds noisy?" Then the young woman and the old woman started talking like old friends. The old woman showed the young woman the plums and said how much she wanted to eat an apple pie. "Oh," said the young woman, "my husband wants to have plum jam, and I have no plums at all on the farm. I'd love some, but I have no apples to give you. I can only give you a bag of feathers in exchange for them." "Well," said the old woman, looking at the juicy red plums, "I suppose at least one of us will have our wish true." So she gave the plums to the young woman and took the bag of feathers, and she put it into her basket. At least the feathers were lighter to carry. She set off once more for the market, hoping that she would get some apples for the feathers. The road was long, and she walked until she came to another farm. The most delicious smells came floating out of the kitchen window of the farmhouse. The old woman stopped at the gate to smell the fresh bread and cakes. As she stood there, she heard a man and a woman quarreling loudly. "It is best to stuff a pillow with straw," said the woman in an angry voice. "I don't think so. Cotton is best. Isn't it much softer?" said the man in an angrier voice. "Hello," said the old woman. The woman and the man turned to look at her. "Oh, would you please help us settle this? It's better to stuff pillow with straw or cotton." "We can't agree," said the woman. "Oh, neither," said the old woman. "I would stuff it with feathers. Feathers make the best pillows." "Oh, but we don't have feathers," said the couple sadly. So these are the couple and the old woman with bag of feathers. That is hardly a problem, answered the old woman quickly, and she gave the bag of feathers to them. Oh, thank you, said the couple. I'd love to have some apples in return, said the old woman. We have no apples, but here is some freshly baked bread, said the man, and gave her two large loaves of fresh from the oven. Well, at least I can have bread and soup for dinner, thought the old woman. Even if I don't get any apples, I did stop the quarrel. So, students, we have completed up to section 1. We will continue with section 2 in our next video. Bye bye.